What I wanted to go over with everyone today is really some of my favorite ways to perform Nordic curls, especially on my wall-mounted GHD. So just a couple real quick things for setup. I have my wall mount GHD set up on the wall for Nordic curls, and because I have to go above the molding, I actually use a set of yoga blocks to get in position. Now I'm going to show you a couple different things. The first thing is I'm going to show you how I typically like to do my first 3 sets. They have an eccentric focus, really a longer eccentric phase of the lift, somewhere usually around 5 to 6 seconds tempo, and then I really give myself some help pushing back up from the floor, back up to the top position while squeezing my glutes and hamstrings. I will do that for 3 sets. Then I will switch it up and I will go to a concentric focused phase of my Nordic curls. Really what that means is I'm going to go faster on the eccentric phase and then really squeeze my glutes and hamstrings for the concentric phase of the lift. So I'll show you that. Then I'll show you my favorite way to do progression. It's really just simply doing Nordic curls and stacking plates on the floor. So check them out. I hope this is helpful for you doing Nordic curls. And if you don't have room for a traditional GHD or a Nordic curl bench, check out the wall mount GHD. All right, folks, you notice I'm in position. I've got my feet against the wall, my feet are in between the pads, and my knees are on the yoga blocks. Eccentric phase focus of this lift, like I mentioned before, is going to be a slower fall to the floor. I try to get a 5 to 6 second tempo, and then I'm going to push off the floor back up to the starting position. Yes, I am going to squeeze my glutes and my hamstrings, but I'm really focusing on the eccentric part of this lift, and I would normally do 3 sets, and I'm going to show you a couple now. Notice, nice and slow on the way down, back and straight. And I really give myself a really good push at the bottom. Nice and slow, pick up to the top. And I like doing sets of 5. One more, for good measure, nice and slow. Nice little push up. So that's how I would normally do a eccentric focus phase of this lift. Now I'll show you concentric focus. Okay, now for concentric focus on Nordic curls. I am going to have a faster tempo on the way down, and then I'm going to do a light push with a really strong squeeze of my glutes and hamstrings during the movement. So check it out here. Notice the difference? Come down a lot quicker, very little tap, and a hard squeeze. Really, my hands are there just to break the fall. And really squeeze those glutes and hams. And that's really the difference, is the tempo between the 2 different phases. Now next up, progression. All right, for those of you who are new to Nordic curls, you might want to be trying progression, or really try to make this exercise a little bit easier in the beginning so you can progress to making it harder. You'll notice on the floor in front of me, I've got 2 55-pound bumper plates in front of me. It's really for me to only fall to that distance and use my hands to come back up from that position. This will help you over time be able to do this really well and progressively get to doing full Nordic curls. All you have to do is drop the number of bumper plates that you're using, so that way your hands are getting closer to the floor. So here I am. I'm in this position, hands down across my chest. I'm going to fall down to the bumper plates and then put my hands here, fall short of the floor, and push back up to the starting position. This is saving me probably about 5 to 6 inches of distance to the floor. And now, if these are difficult going all the way down, you've got a nice little way to start learning how to do Nordic curls, an amazing exercise for your glutes and hamstrings without having to do a full range of motion. That's it on progression. I would just take this bumper plate, slide it off, now go down just a little bit lower, push back up. That's all there is to it.